Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and my name is Austin, and I'm speaking to you live from the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And today, my broadcast will border on something quite different, and I think I should make it public so that everyone will be aware, and then everyone will take cognizance and act accordingly. Now, the title of my broadcast is When the Cleanup is Done, No One Shall Be Spared. Please beware. When the cleanup is done, no one shall be spared. Please beware. Now, at this moment, a lot is going on within our Kringle Private Society, and there are so many things that are being cleaned up. And a number of things that were wrong are now being made right. A number of things that are wrong are now being made right. And some people that thought they wouldn't be involved, or people that didn't know that there will be a party to such kind of thing, will also or may also get involved. You know. Now that said, let's move into the full content of today's meeting. Now, if you're coming into my broadcast for the first time, I would appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up and then subscribe to my channel and flow with me so that anytime there are notifications that do come up or my videos are live, you also get these notifications. Okay. Now, the for the past few days, upgrades has been going on, or for the past months, upgrades has been going on, and those upgrades are getting tougher by the day, or getting more tight by the day. And so many people do not understand what the Kringle Private Society are doing. We are trying to fortify, we are trying to build up our security to the point where we will be able to do transactions within ourselves without fear of being compromised, because we are going global by next year. And we have already employed a top tier programmer, blockchain developer that will help us to tighten all the loose ends. And at this moment, that is currently being carried out. Now, there is something that happened to me, and I think I should come in live to express my views and also make you understand that no matter what happens in the Kringle Private Society, I stand with this community through to the end. And no matter how the system is tightened and somehow may affect me or whoever, the truth is that we are building a system that will correct this anomaly. The current system we're running on is based on all manner of confusion, is based on all manner of nonsense and lies, corruption and the likes. The Kringle Private Society is likened to be a peaceful movement, and as it is moving and touching every phase of life, it is correcting how the system should be. And whether you like it or not, you will be involved, if not at the moment, in the nearest future. Whether you believe it or not, this is exactly how it's going to be. Now, there were upgrades that were being carried out sometime last month, and currently is still being carried out. In these upgrades that were carried out, before now, I was an early adopter of this our Kringle Private Society, and it's been wonderful. In fact, so far in the community, it's been wonderful. Now, while I was a member in the community and still a member, I took care of a number of people. I helped them manage their wallets and the likes. And then when the upgrades started, or when conditions started coming in by the administration of the Kringle Private Society, those people could not continue to cope. Those of you who has been in the community, there was a time that it was 2 grains, okay, $10. At some point, it appreciated from $10. It went into 4 grains of gold. And then from 4 grains of gold, it went to 8 grains of gold. At that 8 grains of gold, the people that was managing their accounts, they said that they can't continue with this. I tried to make them understand that the system is getting more organized and it is trying to shed off people who are parasitic in nature. But you see, everybody has their opinion, and then, well, you respect everyone's opinion. Now, this was the thing that happened. They told me that they are going to release their coins into my accounts so that they will allow me take responsibility for their accounts for a while until they see where Kringle Private Society is headed towards. And then at that point, maybe they can withdraw their coins. Now that automatically caused the accounts which I had to shoot up, shooting up in the sense that it had more Kringles or TBC coins than it ought to be. And then that was it. Now I continued to manage their accounts going forward, and with the hopes that their accounts at some point they will collect it back. But you see, security continued to tighten up until these upgrades came in. When these upgrades came in, and then the support decided to overhaul the system and gave people the coins that were qualified or they were qualified for. It so happened that the coins that I received were not in commensurate measures with the actual amount of coins that I had in my TBC wallet before the upgrades began. And I made a number of complaints to the support, and the support clearly made me to understand that it is one person, one account, and that there are no rooms for merging of accounts. And if you are merging accounts, well, merging of accounts is not allowed within our Kringle Private Society. And then I had to take it in good faith. I took it in good faith and I had to move on. That was what I did. And I am still moving on as a member within the Kringle Private Society. Before now, the number of coins I had were quite much. But at this point, I can still say the coins I have are still sufficient. I can tell you categorically they are still sufficient. That's the whole truth. Now we still have a long way to go within this Kringle Private Society. We still have a very long way to go. And those of us who were present in the meeting yesterday, updates came up that from next year we're going into a system called meritocracy. You can have access to your Kringle Cashback Office and look under education private notice. That is, yeah, private blog. You can go there and check out the updates that are coming, new private blog. You'll see the updates that are being put there by the administration. At this moment, the weekly meeting or the daily meetings will continue on January 11th. So what we are concerned about is just weekly meetings. So you can go there and read through. Next year is going to be the survival of the fittest. It's called a system based on meritocracy. And meritocracy is actually a race towards mass adoption by the world. Within this our TBC community, members will come up and will step up to make sure that they are able to get enough Bitcoin bounties. And it is how much Bitcoin bounties, not how much TBC coins you have, but how much the Bitcoin bounties you are able to get or earn that will determine your position within this Kringle Private Society from next year. And it's not everyone that the administration of the Kringle Private Society will have time to interact with from next year. It's going to be those who are working their ass out. Permit me to use that word. Those that are working extra hard to make sure that one, they are paid for the responsibility that they are carrying out, and also for them building the community towards global or mass adoption. All right, that said, I'm also going to share my screen, and then after sharing my screen, I'll say one or two things, and then I'll call it quits for today. So let me log into my account. Give me a few minutes. I'm trying to log into my account. Okay. Now I'll begin with this particular one. Let me share my screen. Okay. Share screen. Now, if you're coming into my broadcast, I would appreciate it if you can give me a thumbs up before you leave. And I also would want you, if you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to my channel. Now, I was talking about this. One thing you should take note of is that as we get more organized, you have to be very careful about how you expose your Kringles or your wallets to the public, because these informations are your financial details within the Kringle Private Society. And your broadcasts are public. It can be shared anytime, any day. When people begins to see that you have enough TBC or Kringle coins, then you are a potential target. So do not allow yourself to become a potential target. Within our Kringle Private Society, privacy is one of our underlying words. Kringle Private Society. Firstly is Kringle. Kringle is our medium of exchange. One. Secondly, private. Everything we do are private. To ourselves, we interact with each other peer to peer, like a barter-like kind of system. But the medium of interaction and exchange is called Kringle. The final thing you should know is that we are a community-based system, not like the coin market cap. It's a community-based system that we are. Okay. Now, on a community-based system, we are building a system on love and on respect. So I love you as an individual born in the image of God and in the likeness of God. And I believe that you should reciprocate such love and respect for each other. This is how our system is designed. Now, based on that, we are going to quickly look into this. This one was the latest update that came up yesterday, and we're going to look into it together briefly. And I think after this, I will look into a few things, and then I think I'll call it quit for today. Now, let's read the content. After this content, I'll throw more light on this content, and then I think that will be all. So, listen, the wallet is fully functional. Please pass on the assurance to other members that the wallet is now stable. Stable in the sense that it is back to how it ought to be. Interactions now are done at the speed of light. In microseconds, you get your confirmations and it reflects in the other party that is engaged in the transaction. In light, in speed of light. I mean, no matter the transaction, in speed of light, you get it. But it is based on your transaction limit. If you are a starter, $100 limit. If you are a millionaire, $500 limit. If you are a billionaire, no limit, but you have to build based on the agreed upon system, which is $1,000 on a daily basis. $10,000 is the maximum. And then if you are not giving a feedback to the commissioner or giving an update to the commissioner before engaging in the transaction, of course, your account will be blocked, both parties' accounts, until you are giving us feedbacks or proper rundown or documentaries as to what and why you are carrying out that transaction. Kindly take note of this, please. Now, let's continue. This was where I was affected. Balances continue to be updated as the members provide their details in a support ticket, which I did. And I would quickly go into my account and then share one of the updates that I carried out. And I believe I have good network. So we look into it together and you understand that our Kringle Private Society is not emotional and there is no partiality in the system. That you are affected or you are not affected, that doesn't mean the system hates you. The system is doing everything to make sure that the world is a better place and there is balance. At this point, there isn't balance. There are some people that are so wealthy. In fact, about 10 men in this world make up the wealth of like 2 or 3 continents. Just 10 men. That's to tell you that they manipulate the system so that it favors them. That's wickedness. And the majority of the people are the ones that are suffering. I want you to understand that this our community are correcting how things should be. And then if you have this understanding at the back of your heart, whichever fate that comes your way in our Kringle Private Society, you would take it well. You would not see it from the other perspective that the system doesn't like you. You are seeing it that it is for the benefit of all, because everything that the administration says, it is for the benefit of all. That is what it says. Okay. Now, I am hoping that this part of the system, yeah, it has actually come up. Now, I wrote to the support. First of all, I want to commend the support for how consistent they have been. A number of people do not know how to interact with the support, but then if you understand how to interact with them, I tell you, it's a very lovely thing. I've been interacting with them a number of times, and it's been lovely. Now, if you look into this first page, you'll find out I talked about my wallet. My coins are incomplete. My wallet balance is not complete. This was done on 27th of November. This was done on the 12th of December. Okay, on the 3rd of December. This was done on the 5th of December. And then let's go into this. We can talk about this one later. This was done on the 9th, on the 8th of December. This was done on the 16th of December, and it's still the same thing. My wallet is incomplete. And then this one, my wallet is incomplete. This was the latest that was done yesterday. And then they gave me feedback also yesterday. And then after that, they closed my account. Let's look at the last two so that you realize that this community is not partial. If you are a good person and you do the right thing, you get the right reward. Following this, I go into my Kringle Cash account, show you a few things there, and then I'll call it quits. So if you are in this community, you should brace up. You should prepare yourself for what is coming, because this system is going to correct all forms of anomaly that you may not ever believe can be corrected. So many things are going to be corrected. In this system, you are going to find out people who are going to stand up for righteousness from every facet of life. From the medical field, those who will stand up for righteousness from the medical field will correct all the anomalies that are existing on the medical field. Those that are on the engineering field will correct every anomaly that is there. Yes, robots are coming in. Yes, artificial intelligence are coming in. But Kringle Private Society are existing to hold humanity against the agenda of microchipping and transhumanism. You see, people won't understand this at the moment until it has come to the point where these people are now closing in on us, and almost all the jobs has been collected by artificial intelligence and automation. That's when people will realize that we have no other hope but to work with this Kringle Private Society. There was a time I made a broadcast saying that the Kringle Private Society, Kringle coins are going to be a reserve kind of currency. People may not understand it. Yes, I know the administration at some point came up and said that Kringles will not be the only currency of the world, which is very true. But it is going to be the global accepted currency that every other currency, including Bitcoin, are going to plug into. Take note of these things. It may sound difficult for you to comprehend at the moment, but I am telling you what is coming. And whether you believe it or not, I believe that God will keep us alive and we shall witness it as it begins to unfold. Okay? Now, let's look into this content and then read through the contents and then see the feedback by the support. Okay? Now, let's read it together. Greetings, support. I refer to the letter with reference number 11166. It was a letter that I wrote down some time ago. Now, in the letter, you asked me to provide the following details: the actual amount I have in my wallet, and two, how I was able to earn such amount of coins. Below is a well-defined explanation to the questions you asked. Please kindly read through and act accordingly. To be honest, I did not keep the exact amount in my head or in my archive, but I am very sure that I have about 140,000 TBC coins. I have earlier on explained that it's not only mine, it's a fusion of several people's accounts so that I manage it. And unfortunately, they cannot withdraw the coins because the security has been built to the point where you can't move even one whole TBC out of your wallet at this point. You can only work based on the transaction limit. The system has been put so that there wouldn't be people who will defraud the system. Now, to be more clear, 140,000 TBC coins. Yeah, And it may surprise you, but then that's fine because there are other people who have much more than that, but they are not much within our Kringle Private Society. Now, in my wallet, before I went in, I had that amount coins in my wallet before it went in for maintenance. Now, to answer your second question, how I end it, I have been in the TBC community for more than 4 years now. And as at then, I created wallets for all my loved ones and family. I managed all their accounts, and it was about 10 different accounts with enough TBC coins residing inside of them. Somewhere along the line, new policies were issued by the administration of this community, and it made it difficult for all of them who I managed their accounts to continue based on the new terms and conditions. So they agreed to merge their accounts with mine so that I could be responsible for all the coins. And at the long run, it would be a way to preserve their stewardship since I am now responsible for all their accounts. I will be held responsible if anything goes wrong my with my account since all of their coins are merged into mine. I believe I have made my point very clear, and I also hope you understood me well. On this premise, please, I humbly request that you kindly restore back all of my coins. Thanks in anticipation, please. Best regards. Now, this is a lovely write-up, and I believe the support understood my feedback very well. Now, what were the response? Not that I am taking anything personal. I am making you understand that things should be done the right way. I believe if I am qualified to have all these coins, I believe the support will do the right thing and will give me those coins. However, I take it in good faith, without any grudges, without any offenses, knowing fully well that the best is yet to come. Now, let's get to the feedback. Okay, they didn't answer me so soon, so I gave another report. I said, greetings, support. I refer to the previous feedback given to me by yours truly, the IT team of the Kringle Private Society, dated 17th December. Based on your feedback, I have not yet received my balance in my wallet. Please kindly look into my request and attend to me. I would be anticipating your feedback. Best regards. That was my update. Now, they now responded. This was the response they gave me before I had to write this. This was done on the 17th. And then after a while, they didn't give me feedback. I then wrote this on the 19th. Now, when I wrote this was their feedback. They said, thank you for your response. We will notify the member in charge of the wallet updates. This was their feedback. Now, I was in high hopes, believing that yes, my coins will be restored shortly, maybe within 48 hours or maybe 72 hours, as the case may be. Now, following that, I come to this last one. This was the most recent of them all. And on this one, I now responded. I said, greetings support. I refer to ticket number 111271. On this letter, I explained in details the number of coins in my wallet, which is about 140,000 TBC coins, and how I was able to accumulate such amount of coins over the past 4 years plus. Your response was received, or yes, your response was received on the 17th of December 2020, which was the feedback they gave to me. Your assurance, you assured me that you will get in touch with the personnel in charge of the wallet updates. It's been 4 days now, and I have not yet seen any updates yet on my wallet. Please, I crave your indulgence. Kindly return my coins. I believe so much in this Kringle Private Society, and I am certain that we will succeed in a short while from now. As a united community in agreement, we are building in love and respect, interacting with each other, we are lifting ourselves out of poverty. Okay? Don't deprive me of what is truly my birthright. If you followed through my request on the previous ticket number I mentioned above, which is this particular ticket number, that was the previous updates that I had. Okay? You will agree with me that I have proved myself beyond any reasonable points. Kindly do the needful and let me see my wallet balance as it ought to be. Thank you very much. I anticipate your feedback. Your feedback, please. Now, their response is this. Your response is against the policy as to how you have acquired all the stated TBC. It is the commissioner that is writing back now to me. Take note of this. Your response is against the policy as to how you have acquired all the stated TBC. We cannot fund your wallet. This is per the commissioner, this is a feedback from the commissioner. Now, when I read this message in the morning, I felt like crying. I felt like crying because I understood what it takes to be a steward over those coins. Now, there is this Spider-Man film that they said, with more power comes more responsibility. Now, some people still think that the power is in Bitcoin. No. There are two phases of global adoption. Phase one is meritocracy, based on merits, how much Bitcoins you are able to earn. And how much Bitcoins you are able to earn is also in direct proportion to how much TBC coin that you are also giving. This is the so truth. And at some point, TBC will become so acceptable in a very short while that everybody would want to have TBC, but you have to work for it. If you don't work for it, you can't earn it. Now, some people that have TBC at the moment will lose it because they are not showing proper accountability. They are not stepping up, they are not meeting up to the required regulation, required demands of paying your monthly subscription fee. And trust me, grains of gold are going to go up from next year. And as the system collapses, there'll be a shift from the fiat based, debt based system into a system that is based on gold. When that happens, it will shoot the price of gold, and only the most worthy will stand the test of time. So there is a lot that will be coming up at the long run and also at the short run. Only those who understand the system and can thrive in the system will be the ones to rule in the mass adoption team. Okay, so on that ground, some of you will be asking that what is the policy? Listen, the policy has already been stated. Let's go into our Kringle Cash. Now, in our Kringle Cash, you would find out that this is the policy. It was written in black and white. The policy is one person, one account only. Now, what does this imply? It simply implies or means that for me to have merged those accounts, it has compromised my standing as a member in the community. By merging people's accounts and then having charge over it, it doesn't agree with balance in systems. So systems should be balanced. Work for what you qualify for and get rewarded for what you qualify for. For those people who merged the accounts to mine, well, I believe the IT team and the commissioner sat down and then used their discretion to give to me what I was qualified for. Now, some of you will be asking, what is this guy qualified for? I will show you what I'm qualified for. When you come to this place, you'll find out that this is what I am qualified for. This is what I am qualified for. I am giving a little bit more than this because a good number of people were rewarded based on how effective they've been in the community. But if you're able to see this, you can have an idea of the kind of things that I am rewarded or I am qualified to have. And then this is something that people should take note of. I don't know if people are reading this. They're just seeing it and it's passing by. Now, the maximum amount of TBC coins that can be given to a mass adoption team member through Kringle Reward is what? 20,000 lifetime total TBC coins. So this thing is going to happen slowly and steady. And the moment you've come to 20,000, it is expected that by then we have come into our economy phase. And it's a transition. At this point, it's a paradigm shift. The system is moving out of a debt-based system and into an abundance-based system. And as it's moving, it is raising up people from the dunghill and then placing them to become kings and queens and rich billionaires and millionaires. And these people are the ones that will literally hold and house humanity once we have come towards our economy phase. TBC is a blessing to mankind. Now, this promo will end, listen, it will expire by January 31st, 2021, or when the admin wallet balances gets to this amount. Now, when it gets to this amount, that does not mean that that's the end, because there are new protocols that will be coming in from January 1st. And the administration has said, hold on, you are going to see how it's going to be. Now, if you bring in someone to the community, you are giving 10 TBC. If you bring in a merchant, you are giving 11 TBC. You should stand up for becoming either a billionaire or a millionaire. If you want to start on a starter level, you should be a merchant to build your system through your customers. into becoming a millionaire, and then over time you become a billionaire. And as a member, if you have the financial wherewithal, you can build from being a billionaire to becoming more of a billionaire into the mass adoption team. You can decide however you want to do it. You can even start as a merchant to be a billionaire. And then being a billionaire means you are getting 800 TBC coins. But listen, some people having these 800 TBC coins at the long run, because they are not showing proper accountability, they may lose those coins. These things I'm saying will sound funny, but I am telling you what is likely going to happen, because people are too busy engaged in so many things. TBC does not need you to get distracted attending to so many things at the same time. Focus on something, build the best out of it, and you get the rewards out of it. So you will decide how to lay your bed, because how you lay your bed is how you lie on it. I want to stop at this point. If you are in the billionaire level, you gain the most. Millionaire level, well, you get 1,000 times less than the billionaire. I want to stop at this point and call it quit for now. And those of you who are not following up as much as possible, always cultivate the habit of taking time to read through this new private blog. From next year, new systems are going to be put into place. Now, everybody that is a member in the Kringle Private Society will have a 3-month license period, after which, if you fail to pay your subscription fee, your account will be suspended. This shall begin from January 1st. So I hope we are fully aware, because there will be slight modifications that will take place next year. And I hope you wouldn't be taken unawares. Okay? All right. That said, let me quickly go back to my account, to my broadcast, and then call it quit for today. All right. Now, someone is actually listening to me, and the person didn't make any feedback. But that's fine. I believe I've been able to pass on my information effectively. And I'm stopping to share my screen. Now, I think this will be all. I'll be coming your way again some other time, maybe next week or this week. It depends on how I am motivated or I am moved to come to make a broadcast. I came to make this broadcast today so that people will realize that this system is not a respecter of anyone. However good you have been, if you are not able to verify and prove that you are worthy of this cause, and you are worthy of the coins that you are giving. Remember, you don't own it. You are only a steward. If you don't show proper accountability, I'm sorry, you are going to face withdrawal of some of your coins or all of your coins. Thank you very much. But your free gift is yours. Take time to interact with that KCBO, the beautiful lady there. Listen to all the updates she has, and that will give you enough enlightenment to know better about our Kringle Private Society. So if you have followed me to this point, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet given me a thumbs up, please do well to do so. And then subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Wow, this is admin. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your presence in my broadcast. So till I come your way again, do have a wonderful day. God bless you all. Bye for now.